Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about or answering a question that we get asked a lot, which is, do you think other courses out there might also be good and not as expensive to get your foot in the door as a copywriter? As a friendly reminder, all three of us have taken Write Your Way to Freedom. And so we just kind of talk about our experience within that course. Have either of you taken other courses that are like really more general copywriting courses?
Truthfully, not really. Write Your Way to Freedom was the first copywriting course I had ever come across. And then there was a period in time once I was already in Write Your Way to Freedom before all of the modules that we have now were a part of the program where I was like, I think I want to learn more about long form blogging. So I bought a mini course that was specifically only about long form blogging as a copywriter, but I've never bought any other general courses about copywriting. What about you, Katie?
I agree. There's that point where I think all of us get to where we finish the modules of Write Your Way to Freedom. And then the only thing left to do is really dig in and do the thing. And then you panic and you're like, I need someone else to keep telling me what to do. So then I was like, okay, yeah, you're like, I'm going to buy a course on email copywriting. I'm going to buy a course on whatever else. So some money was spent, but I felt like there was a ton of overlap. Obviously it's always really helpful to get even the same thing, but in someone else's voice and someone else's words where you're like, oh, okay, yeah. That's reinforcing this thing, making me feel more confident. I have not ever seen or experienced anything as comprehensive as this course is. So that's really all I can speak to about other courses specifically. What are your thoughts, Kels?
I mean, you guys, you get what you pay for a lot of times. Not always, but a lot of times you get what you pay for. This isn't the case with all courses, but I do want to say that sometimes you may see a course for $200, $300, $400, and you may be like, do I really need a big expensive course? And there's a lot of things that go into what you need, right? That we can't necessarily answer for you, that you are going to have to answer for yourself. And at the same time, you get what you pay for. The $200 email courses I've purchased, I have never finished because I spent $200 on them. I got busy with some other client work and I never made it back to them. You might be able to think oh, I can do this for cheaper somewhere else. But the reality is you're investing in yourself and your business. Now, this isn't to say that every tens of thousands of dollars of coaching might be worth it, might not be worth it. But I do think the price point that Write Your Way to Freedom is at does reflect the value that it brings. You're not going to find the same amount of value that's in Sarah's course in a $100, $200, $500 course. You're just not. And oftentimes those courses are really specific to a really specific kind of copy. So if you go into this and you're like, I know from my last job, I just want to write emails. Then yeah, maybe you could consider just taking a smaller email course and getting what you need from there. But if you are really actually trying to start a business, deal with your head trash, explore different kinds of copy that are out there, you kind of need something that's a little bit more comprehensive than those smaller courses necessarily offer. And you'll get what you invest in. So
yeah, I 100% agree with that. And we've talked about this so many times. We have multiple videos we've made on the importance of mindset and why it's such an integral part of Write Your Way to Freedom. That is not something I even knew was in the course, or even if she talked about it, I was like, whatever, I don't know what that is. I don't care. But it's such an important piece of the puzzle because you can have all the skills in the world. You can be the world's literal best copywriter, but if you don't know how to find the clients to start with, you don't know how to ask for and leverage good testimonials and social proof, if you don't know how to position yourself, create, it literally walks you through how to build a website, how to reach out to clients, all these things that you have to know how to do. That a simple course on how to write good emails, that's cute. But if they just sit in your Google Docs, I don't know what that, you know what I mean? That's not helping you make any money. That's not helping you move the needle. And the approach of Write Your Way to Freedom is literally every little bit of running a business and being a successful business owner that you need. I mean, it's all the questions you didn't even know to ask. And we talk about it in every single video, but the community aspect is so huge, not just having people who are going through the same things and can offer support, but also people asking the questions you didn't know to ask, or people raising your bar of like what's possible and showing you like, shit, I made 12K this month. And if you're like me and you're like, I just wanted to make like $1,000, suddenly have somebody show you that that's a thing that it's okay to like want and that it's possible to achieve, like it really, really raises your own bar on what you're expecting from yourself. So I think when we ask the question of like, is there a cheaper course I can take and get started? I'm wondering, for my own experience, did I really think not really is the course worth it, but like, do I have reasonable expectations for what I can achieve? Because if I don't really have a good bar set for myself, or I don't really think that it's possible to like build a good income, then of course I'm not going to want to invest thousands of dollars. I just want to invest like $50 or $100. But like you said, Kels, it's like what you're willing to invest, I think speaks volumes about what you really think is possible. So that's maybe something worth looking into.
Yeah. And two, from my experience, like I knew absolutely nothing about building a business or copywriting. So I needed help with everything. Like I remember even once I finally got my first client, I had no idea how to invoice them. I was like, I hear everyone talking about price per word. I was like, if an article is 1,115 words, like, do I times that by my price per word, or do we agree on a rate? Like, I just had so many seemingly basic questions that just confused the heck out of me. So having just a place where I could go and ask those questions was so nice. And even fast forward, like 4.5 years later, there has never been a question that I've had about my business that I couldn't get answered by Sarah or someone else in Write Your Way to Freedom. Like I've never had a question where I thought, I'm going to have to go find someone else for the answer because this course isn't going to cover it. Like everything is so comprehensive, and there's like the live Q&As and stuff every week that just doesn't happen.
Yeah. And just like the overall receipt of the questions that you're asking. Like every single one is answered with just like care and compassion. Literally, people will be like, I don't know, but let me see if I can find out. Like people literally want you to succeed, where like, I don't know that most of the internet has that vibe. You like ask a question and it's a million people that are just like, how the hell do you call yourself a copywriter if you don't even know this stupid ass question? You know what I mean? And like that is like never
Big
one
Reddit
thing.
vibes.
What's that?
Big Reddit vibes.
Yes. Oh my God, Reddit. Ugh, yeah, my heart can't take it. But yeah, it's just like it's insanely supportive. Everyone says like there's no such thing as a stupid question, but someone will like show you the opposite is true pretty quickly in most like online communities. And this one like never once. It's so stupid supportive. I can't even believe it.
I think too, the other thing is that I remember when I got to the end of Write Your Way to Freedom, I was like, I kind of need more information on these specific things that I wanted to write. But then once I like really started talking to people in the community, they had kind of already done the legwork and could talk me through things and be like, you know, you could invest in this and I liked it, or don't invest in this, I didn't like it, or this is my experience, or why don't you just write underneath me to get some experience and then you can get a testimonial out of it. Like there's just like, you can really expand within the course too, if you like network well and are willing to put yourself out there too. Thanks so much for tuning into our video today. I'm Kelsey and this is Katie and Cassidy. And together we talk about what it's like to be in the program Write Your Way to Freedom to help you determine if it's the right fit for you or not. If anything from the videos today resonated with you or made you decide like, yes, this is it, I want to sign up, it would mean the world to us if you used our referral code. For full transparency, we do get a little bit of a monetary kickback every time somebody signs up that we split between the three of us. And we also make a donation to World Central Kitchen, which you can find out more information on via the link in our notes. So thanks so much for tuning in and check out the rest of our questions. We've probably answered the one that you have. Bye.